Extra tips and techniques. So important thing not to do in the exam is do not make assumptions. This is very easy to do. So here, for example, in question 13, some people may choose option D because they see the phrase, they often catch up on work in the evenings, because in the text they read, I put paperwork in my bag. Now they assume the person is going to do work at home because they're putting paperwork in their bag, so that's why they choose option D. But this is an assumption. So be careful not to do this. Always base your answers on direct evidence. Don't assume 1 or 2 or even 3 steps ahead. Always go with direct evidence. You might come across a situation where all 4 options, A, B, C, D, are all correct. In this case, you must choose the most correct answer. And in order to do this, there's usually a phrase that comes before the answer. So, for example, the correct answer is usually followed by an expression or comes before the answer. You might see a phrase like the most important thing is, or it's essential that, or the main reason for this is. If you see these phrases, then you know what follows is going to be the correct answer, because this makes this answer more correct than the others. Also, it is possible to get the answer through elimination. So an example of this was in question 14. There is no mention of the following options in the text. So there was no mention of A, job security, B, time wasted, or D, being given other people's work. And the answer that was there, C, might be very loosely based. But because A, B, and D have no evidence whatsoever, we can eliminate that. And what we're left with is C. So this must be the correct answer. So as I said, therefore, the only option left is C. And as I've mentioned before, be careful of distractors. They always might put in a word just to distract you into the wrong answer, but that word is usually with a negative context, so there's a not or a never before it, or in a completely different context. So be careful of distractors. And just to remind you again, each question refers to each paragraph, so this saves you a lot of valuable time, because in the exam this is only 6 marks. 500 words to read. It's very easy to go over the 10 minutes. So you need to find the answer quickly, and scanning is the best way to do this, especially paragraph by paragraph. And lastly, I'll mention it again because it is very important. Always answer the STEM question first before you look at the options. Find the answer to the STEM question, and then once you find the answer, only look at options A, B, C, D then. Otherwise, you will get confused.